Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year on DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On 2nd down, Swift. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He went back hard, setting up a tough 3rd down. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively. To throw is Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Lions 7, Packers 0.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down by Trey
It
Flowers.
went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Love looking to throw it. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. So on now for the Packers is their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
Ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
2-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Love now. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw now, here's Love. He'll get this to Lazard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now Jones. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2.
Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Second down, Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Love, they go play action now. Sliding out of the pocket. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Love now to pass on first down. And it's caught. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And the Lions first down.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Terrific catch and a big chunk of yardage gained by Kenny Galladay, and that's exactly what he does. That's why he's so dangerous downfield. Highest average yards per reception among NFC receivers in 2019 at over 18 yards per catch. He has the length and really has a nose for the football, especially when they put the ball in the air and he goes up and gets it.
Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. And
for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
They'll take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the 2nd half is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for, and take it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. On that last run, here's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw, Stafford. Open here is Allison. That's complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling lead to no yards gained.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. A first down carry here for Johnson. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Third down.
See the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. And that will be incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll go again to Jones. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 27-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Flushed out right. Shakes off the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Jared Davis coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Play fake. Here's Love. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Devin Funchess. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers Bears are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
5-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. On play action, love to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamie Collins in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Amendola set to return it. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return, and the Lions will take over.
At their own 39-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
14.
Happy for the Detroit Lions to get DeAndre Swift in the 2nd round. Felt bad for the young man because I thought he was the best running back in the draft, and he lasted until the 2nd round. What's happened for him? Running backs, I hate to use the word devalue, but people aren't going to take them quite as high right now, and he's in that cycle. But I think the Lions really benefited. This guy can cut, burst, run with power, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield. I really like him, and he was my #1 running back.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
No gain.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 34-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Prater on to add the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Lions 17. Packers 10.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. A big spot now for the rookie Love. It's caught here by Adams. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that, man. One play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Stafford. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And it's 3rd down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
It's a gain of 6.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Swift. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
Kenny Clark came into the league as one of the youngest players ever to be drafted. He's now one of the unsung leaders of this Packers defense. Went to the Pro Bowl for the first time after the 2019 season.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled at a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Jeff Okudah up from his quarterback spot to make the play.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 44-yard line.
Now Love. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Here's Love. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Stafford now to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there, second down. 2nd and 7. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this carries into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. First throw in overtime for Stafford. Got a man. That's Allison. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
First down, Detroit.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a toss for Swift left side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Stafford, he lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues.
For them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. It's a foot race. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel